Buying family property can be very, very problematic, and this is why I think you should ask for a refund. Welcome to Leducation, our weekly legal podcast where we break down legal issues, legal topics, legal principles, concepts, break it down to your understanding in such a way that you'll be able to understand without going to the law school. Just before we continue today, do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel, do well to drop a comment, give us a thumbs up, and share to as many people so that they can also benefit from this. To begin with, the nature of family property or family ownership of land or communal ownership of land is such that one person who is regarded as the head of the family or head of the community holds the entire land of the community of the family in trust on behalf of the other members of the family. What that means is that the head of the family, the mogaji, the kabiesi, the hoba, or whoever it may be, who is the head of a community or head of family, does not own that land, but he holds the land on behalf of the entire family or the community. What that means is that no individual can single-handedly transfer such property to to a third party without proper process. And what is the process? That is why I'm here today to discuss this with you. The process of alienating or selling or dealing in family property is that such must be with the consent of the head of family and the principal members of the family or principal members of the community, depending on the case. What do I mean? We have the Oloriebi, and we also have principal members of the family. For instance, let me break it down. For instance, our great grandfather had about 4 wives, and the family owns a large expanse of land which has devolved over the years to the children. Now, when that property is to be alienated, now every principal member of the family, for instance, maybe a member, a senior member of each of the wives of that our grandfather or anybody coming from that lineage has to consent to the alienation of the property. They are regarded as principal members. They are very important members of the family. So the head of the family and the principal members of the family are the ones who will alienate, sell, or deal in that property on behalf of the family. So what happens if the head of the family single-handedly sells the land without informing the principal members of the family or all the principal members of the family? Now, that will raise a problem in the future, because if any of the principal members of the family who was not involved in the sale raise a question, that transaction can be voided. And I'm sure you don't want to fall into that kind of trap. Now, it is even worse if the principal members of the family are the ones who sell the property without the consent of the head of the family. There has been plethora of cases by the Supreme Court, all the courts really, to say that that transaction is void ab initio. That is, it's actually non-existent from the very beginning. And so, check if you have already bought a family property. Who exactly sold that property to you? Or who are the members of the family who sold the property to you? You have to ensure that it is done by the head of the family and all the principal members of the family. And this is why you should do your due diligence when dealing in family property. If that land was sold to you by someone other than the family member, this is the point where you go to ask for a refund. The only time that a member of the family can actually sell part of the property or a land single-handedly is where he can show that the land has been partitioned or his own has been excised, that his own has been partitioned to him, and he has to show evidence that this has actually been done. Otherwise, sir, go ask for refund of your money. This is where we stop again today. Thank you so much for joining us always. And I think we have come to the end of our land ownership series, at least for now. And by next week, we'll be moving to something very, very special. You don't want to miss it. So please join with us again, same time, same day. But before you go, ensure that you subscribe, ensure that you drop a comment. If this has been valuable to you, kindly drop a thumbs up, drop a comment, and share to others to benefit from it. Thank you.